From Nashville, Tennessee, Inside the Noize podcast with your host, Jenna Heideman. Here's Jenna.
3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's up? Thank you for listening to Inside the Noize. It's Katie Kalp.
And Jenna Heideman.
And we are here this week with Hunter Mounce. Woo!
What's going on, everybody?
Super excited to have you here.
Well, I'm super excited to be here.
Jenna and I just fought over, you guys couldn't hear it, but we fought over for like 20 minutes about who's going to do the intro. But Hunter's my friend, so I get to do it. Bye.
I kind of know Jenna.
Yeah,
kind of, but who's known you longer?
I've known you longer.
Yeah, that's like...
We have more things in common. I think he wears Wranglers.
Right.
Okay. I don't even wear jeans, so like I can't even say that.
Oh.
Like I wear like jean shorts, like it. Okay. Jenna's awkwardly like stared me down.
I'm a little slow today. Okay, let's start off with good week, bad weeks.
You start.
Good. Okay, so let me start with my bad week. So, this week bad and good, and I have a good too. Bad week. I got a dog when I was 20, and she lived with me for 3 years here in Nashville, and then she lives with my dad because I don't have time for a dog, and I'm not a responsible human.
Okay, cool.
She's a chocolate lab. When I had her here, we lived in a 450 square foot studio apartment. It wasn't ideal for a 2-year-old lab.
Spacious.
So she lives with my dad.
Who's we? You, your sister, right?
No, just me. It was just me and Whiskey.
You said we as in like you and
me and my dog.
You're like, we lived.
So we lived there, and then I traveled, and she lives at home. But she got really sick this last week.
Oh.
And she got so sick, and my dad isn't like a very like, he maybe calls me like once every 4 months. And he called me Thursday night, and he sounded like he was crying because he thought Whiskey was going to die. And then I cried right before I left for Whiskey Jam, and I was so sad all night.
Oh my gosh, and then you have to say whiskey all night.
I'm going to cry talking about it now. But it was just really sad because she was sick, and when I got her as a puppy, like, she's always been a little off, which sounds mean, but like, she has seizures sometimes now. And so they took her to the vet, like the hospital, and they couldn't do anything for her. So then she went to like the college vet at the U of I, and they couldn't do anything for her till the next day. And like, she was really sick and like couldn't move her back legs. I don't know, but it was so she had Lyme disease. Long story short, so the next day she went there, and they were like, "Oh, she looks fine, maybe." And then they were like, "Oh no, we got the test back. Can't tell you over the phone. We need you to come in." And anyway, thought she was gonna die. I cried. My sister was there, so I went and cried with her. So it's nice to live with your sister, so you can like cry with her.
I don't know what
Did
I
the
would
dog
do.
make it?
She's
building
fine.
anticipation.
Yeah.
She's not. The whole time the
Thanks,
dog
Jenna.
was dead.
The dog's fine. She's just very dramatic.
No, but I get that. Like, I have a beagle. Well, I had a dog when I was little, and then I have a beagle in Florida, and then I have Cotton that I just got in December. I would die.
Whiskey was my first dog. Like, she is my first dog, but I just haven't had her here for 2 years. So, like, she's not technically... But my dad sounded so sad to tell it to me. Like, he knew it was going to break my heart, and it was, like, breaking his to tell me. So, that was my bad week. And then I was sad at Whiskey Jam, and people were like, "Jen, are you okay?" I'm like, "No."
They're like, "Give her alcohol."
And I looked at him, I'm like, "Guys, I might cry." Like,
I've seen you cry before.
I cry all the time.
I was saying.
I cry all the time.
She cries all the time.
Literally all the time. Good week. I just saw Garth Brooks.
I know.
Last night in St. Louis.
Jealous.
He kicked off his
stadium tour.
Yeah, it was the most people ever there. I lost my voice. My voice
75,000, right?
Yeah, my
Holy
voice hurt
shit.
so bad last night, but it was so good. It was just him. Trisha Yearwood came out and sang 2 songs. So good. I was just in awe. And like, I don't know.
No one opened for him or anything?
Nope.
Wow, he's a legend.
He just opened it. He just opened it himself.
I would have killed to see that. I saw that you were going there, and I was like, I messaged Jenna, and I was like, how freaking rude. Like, I was not invited. Like,
first, she was like, I wasn't invited to George Strait. I'm like, well, it's Garth Brooks.
I don't know why. I think it's because I was talking about George Strait in my Q&A on
like,
Instagram.
Well, it is Garth Brooks, and I was invited.
You're like, correction. Thank
so
you.
I was excited I could go, and it was really fun, but a little tired.
A little tired. Hunter, your good week, bad week.
Well,
Make some noise. Stop that.
I guess it technically wasn't this week. Last weekend I was in Kansas City, and I went to Eric Church both nights, Friday and Saturday night.
I would do that.
And it was awesome. Second night.
He's wearing the T-shirt for you guys.
I am.
Can't see it.
I'm wearing the T-shirt.
Still on
He's
high.
a big stan.
It's got a vulture on it.
Super fan.
Anyway, went both nights. Friday night was awesome. Got to go with 2 of my best friends from back home. I'm from Kansas City. And then Saturday night, a gentleman on my basketball team here in Nashville. His name's Anthony McHale. I don't know if y'all know him or not. He works for the Eric Church Road Crew, and he got me down in the pit, and I got to go on one of the tour buses, and it was just.
Hunter was living his best life.
I was living my best life, and then I had to come back to earth because this past week I was in fire school all week down in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, and it was boring. I looked at a PowerPoint. All
Raise your hand.
Right.
Yes, Jenna.
I got a question for the one in the back over there. Yep.
You're going to be so proud. So I work events sometimes, and the first one's always in Texas, and they make us do, like, the fire extinguisher training where you have to, like, blow
pull, aim, squeeze, sweep.
Yes. The first time I failed last year, I didn't do very good.
You failed?
But this year, they told me I didn't have to do it again because they could tell I was embarrassed last year.
Oh, gosh. The only thing firefighter related
that
I've ever
find.
done is CPR training. I got trained by firefighters.
But
it's like CPR class.
The firefighters who come out love it, too, because they like, I don't know. They just love it. They're like, you guys want to keep going? You guys want a second turn?
Well, yeah, because they're like, oh, we can do this. You can't. So, like, I'm going to, like,
well, the reason
show
for
you
that
up.
is, one, they do like doing it, but two, whenever you start to use a fire extinguisher, you might as well use the
like
whole
the
thing.
water
because you're not
ones?
going to.
Or the...
Yeah. Was it a water one?
Yeah, it was a fake one.
Well, they're going to have to replace it. They're going to have to refill it anyway, so you might as well use all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fake one. And when I was little, I used to want to be a firefighter because my dad was one, so I was a firefighter for Halloween multiple years.
Oh, that's so cool.
Where was he a firefighter at?
Our small town. Volunteer.
Okay. Awesome.
from a town of 500 people. But also, sorry, Katie, I'm going to keep talking. Did you...
You still got to do his dad week.
Okay.
Stop that noise.
I'm on a fire truck kick. Where you guys grew up, if you like won like a regional or sectional or like state for like basketball, did you like get the fire trucks out and ride around town and honk them and wave it, and everyone would come out on the porch and wave at you?
So where I'm from, that's called a parade.
No.
I'm from Miami.
No,
that doesn't happen.
So this just happened in our town. Our boys went to state again, but like
you also lived in a town of how many people?
500.
And how many high schools were there? One, right? Yeah, that's
we had to go out for sports. But
we had 6 high schools in our one little thing.
There's a weird thing, like it makes me think that things are weird, but like it'd be like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and like my dad and like another dad would like get the fire trucks out. You'd ride in the back of pickup trucks, and the fire trucks would have the sirens on, wake everyone up around town, and everyone would come out and wave it.
Now, don't get me wrong, I would have loved that. That sounds like more like what I would love to grow up in, but no.
You just go like honking the horns, and we're all like, we won!
That's the Midwest.
Yeah,
right there.
That's one high school of 500 people.
Not even 52.
Yeah, my graduating class had 670. So.
Well, I mean, if you want to,
your whole high school was in one of my classes.
Your town was probably too big to go around. Ours was like 1 square mile.
Because we had multiple everything's like right on top of each other.
Well, I'm really glad I got to experience it because I don't think it's a normal thing for most people to experience.
It's not. I would have loved to experience that.
Like, it's so fun. I was like, and all the old people, dude, we'd wake them up and they'd probably be angry, but they'd still wave and like be like, woo.
And thank you for joining us in Jenna's hometown corner.
Firefighter edition.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your Stop That Noise?
Stop that noise. You'll have to brief me real quick on what that is again.
Whatever, like, negative, bad thing that happened this week that you're like, I don't ever want this to happen. It needs to stop.
Put me on the spot here.
Like, you went to Eric Church and what was something like, not that it's bad, but something that you're just like, I don't want this to happen
Maybe
again.
someone wore a stupid shirt at this concert. You're like, I want to stop that noise.
Yeah.
Those aren't cool.
Honestly, when it comes to learning off of a PowerPoint like fire school, do you guys ever have the teachers that they don't? It's not that they don't teach you, but they just read off the PowerPoint. It's like I could do that.
Yes.
I could read. That's what I would stop.
Okay.
It's like
Agreed.
you've been a fireman your entire life. Just tell me like personally what you would do in this situation. Don't just read off the slide. So
cool.
Mm-hmm.
That I can't ever recall anything that's happened to me recently, so that's the best I could do. I'm not good at remembering.
It was great. Katie?
Normally I just say I don't know. My Make Some Noise. Gosh, I feel like we haven't done a podcast in forever. My Make Some Noise was I was out on the road this last week.
Yeah, it looked fun.
I was with Maggie Ball on the road, which was great. I always love going out. She's one of my best friends, and it's always great going out with an artist that you get to work with and love working with. My Stop That Noise is this freaking rain in Nashville. I can't handle it.
Oh my god.
That needs to stop.
It's so nice today.
It's
amazing.
Beautiful today, but literally.
But yeah, the rain needs to stop. I'm so tired.
I literally came back from Florida on Thursday, and it rained from Thursday all the way till yesterday. And I was like, I don't like this, and this needs. And it was raining so bad that like
we drove to St. Louis and it was raining so bad on us the whole time.
And places were flooded and all this stuff. It was like bad last night, and then it stopped and it was pretty, out of nowhere. It was like a hurricane. I was like, what just happened? Like I know about hurricanes. I'm from Florida, but damn, it's like you're in the eye of a hurricane, but it just like never happened again. And we're not supposed to have rain again until next Thursday, which is great. So.
Oh, cool.
Thanks for listening to the weather.
We now have a weather segment on the podcast too.
Katie,
so
I might break out my jorts this week then.
Do
it's
it.
Not gonna,
oh my gosh. I have a video of Hunter. Did I ever show you? I actually have a video of Hunter and Sean Stemley in jorts.
Oh man, Sean was explaining to us like he has his
Did
party
I ever show
jorts
you
that get shorter.
the video of Sean and his jorts that I have from our 4th of July party?
No.
Oh my gosh. I have one from Memorial Day, I think.
It scares
of
me.
We
you.
were Priscilla's.
Was that Memorial Day though?
I don't really remember, but we were going on that slip and slide, remember?
Yeah, a ratchet slip and slide. Like it was trash bags. It was bad.
It was great.
It was bad in like
that
the
sounds
best
dangerous.
way. People were getting hurt, but it was
That
so
is not
funny.
firefighter code.
People were getting cut up and stuff.
Yeah. Did
It
you
was
go
fine.
to Kristen Foreman's?
Do what?
Kristen Foreman had one that was a slip and slide, and it was the most epic. Like it was in like a church parking lot or something. Not like a parking lot. It was in grass, but like
That sounds amazing.
it was sick. And then we had a truck jacuzzi.
Where you put the tarp in the back and fill it up with a garden hose?
I literally never seen it. My like city girl was so happy because like I'm not a city girl and I'm more like a country girl. And literally we sat in the back of a truck with water and it was a hot tub. Tell me that you've ever seen that. Have you ever seen that in your
Yes.
house?
Yes.
Shut up.
No, that's very common where we're
I just
in
thought
our
that
neck of
was
the
so
woods.
cool.
You know?
I don't know.
People do
I
that.
appreciate that shit. I think that's so cool. Like so creative. I was like, you know what? I would never have thought of that. Okay, yeah, you're like, oh, you little girl, city girl, whatever.
You little
bye.
city girl.
Except that I'm not that city, so it's like funny, whatever.
I'm rednecker than you.
You are rednecker than me. I will say that. Your cowboy hats, I can't.
Okay, so I this is my good week too. I just have so much.
Right.
So
Why don't you save it for the next podcast that we're gonna record?
I have more already to do. So last night I had my Wranglers on and my cowgirl hat.
Wranglers.
But okay, first off, with some very wealthy people, and one of the women was like, I don't know, probably like a housewife, like the show.
A typical Real Housewife.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she was like, I think that girl over there is wearing the same jeans as Garth.
Oh, you? Oh, is that what the quote was on your Instagram?
And she said in a way, and like whoever was talking to her was like dying laughing. And I was like,
Wait, your bell-bottom jeans?
Like they were my whitewash Wranglers, and I was like,
Oh.
they're both Wranglers. Have you heard of them?
Wait, you wear whitewash Wranglers too?
Hunter wears
Yeah,
wash.
I wear those all the time. People give me hell for it.
I
don't
think
know
that
why.
girl over there is wearing the same pants as
Garth.
Hunter Mounce.
But then
I saw Hunter Mounce wear whitewash Wranglers, so I went and got myself whitewash.
but then some guy did come up, and he was nice, and he was from Texas, and he told me he really liked my look.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, thank you. I went to the rodeo in December, and I just started wearing this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, on that note, Hunter.
Hunter,
All right.
you have new music coming out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Are you
We're
excited?
I'm so excited.
What's the new album called?
All right, new album is called Folks Like Me and You, and it is 11 songs, and I've been recording it over the last, 2.5 years, basically as soon as I got to Nashville. So I've been sitting on a lot of these songs for a while, and I'm just really excited to get them out there because, I don't know, that's just something that's really hard to do when you've got these songs that you really want people to hear, but you got to be patient with them, you know. This game is a lot about patience, but I decided, 4 or 5 months ago that I was just going to put them all out. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Got a lot of good video, creative content coming out with it, and I'm just excited to see what it's going to do.
Cool. And like you said, you're a firefighter
Yes.
during the day and everything.
Yep, in Hendersonville, Tennessee.
So what made you, how did you get to Nashville? You're originally from...
Just outside of Kansas City, but I grew up in a town of about 6,000 or 8,000
Like
people,
Jenna.
so
Okay.
yeah, it was a little bigger.
And
but-
what made you say, did somebody go to you when you were younger? Did you just pick up a guitar, or did somebody gift you a guitar one day and you just started singing, or how did that look for you, that journey?
It was a pretty unconventional start, I would say. To be completely honest with you, it's going to sound crazy, but I got blackout drunk on a tailgate in high school, and I had a guitar in my hand. I didn't know how to play it.
And you're like, huh?
So I was singing Springsteen by Eric Church, and I was just strumming the strings, just open. And it sounded terrible, but I just remember like how cool it was to be playing in front of a bunch of people, even though I didn't know at all what I was doing. I was 18 at the time. And then about a week later, I went and bought a guitar. I was like, I'm gonna start being the guy at all the parties, who's playing around the campfire, or whatever. That's really initially was my only goal, And I just broken up with my girlfriend at the time, and it sounds really shallow, but I was wanting to be the cool guy at all the parties, so she would be jealous.
I feel
about
like
it.
every guy in country music wants to be that. So
no.
That's
Some of them are so
shallow.
cool.
And
Oh please.
I mean, obviously that's not what it's turned into. So much more than that. But I mean, it was just a stupid reason that got me started. And I don't know. I haven't been doing it very long, but I really do love it. And the way I got to Nashville, actually, so I was a firefighter back in the Kansas City area. I worked for a small fire department there called Prairie Township, and I had wanted to move to Nashville for a year or two. And one day I had the bright idea that I could apply for the fire department down there, and then I could work at the fire department every third day, and then on the side do music. So took a long shot. I tested with Hendersonville, and I didn't think I was going to get it. But about almost 2 years later, they called me, and I got a job offer. So it was also a really freak deal because I wasn't supposed to get hired, but they had a new budget go through just in the nick of time, and they called me, and they're like, hey, man, we really liked your interview back in February. This was in June when they called me.
Oh, wow.
So they were like, we can afford to take one more on. Do you still want the job? And I was like, it was just a crazy coincidence that I even got to come here. So I don't know if I'd be here if it weren't for that. Those just everything lining up perfectly.
And especially like wanting to look cool at all the parties for the girls.
Right?
Yeah.
It is so.
What was your go-to song that you'd sing at the parties?
Eric Church.
Eric Church.
Anything Eric Church. Actually, back in high school, Florida Georgia Line had just come out with
Man, when they put out that first EP though, if you're from a small town, like it was lit.
Yeah. The I can't remember what it was called, but it was like when they were doing the Southern Rock thing.
Yeah.
Just like
Now
when
That She's
Granger
Gone,
Smith
it
puts
had
out.
like Now That She's Gone and Black Tears
Like,
and all
yeah.
that stuff.
Mhm.
It was,
I know what you're
I liked
talking
it back then, and so I just played whatever I could try to impress the crowd with. The crowd might have been 10 people, but
Katie,
whatever.
what song would impress you if a guy played you a song?
I am taking notes.
That would impress me?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm like so like not impressed by that much anymore because I've just,
Oh, shut up, you are. If some boy
I've
sang you a
dated two
song, you would be
musicians,
so impressed.
and it's just like, okay, like I get it, you're a musician, great.
Oh,
like,
stop it.
Once you've been burned by two musicians, you kind of don't want to even. I'm just like, okay, great, you're another singer, like awesome. I don't know if they knew like a Billy Joel song. If I like literally, no one knows Billy Joel. Like I feel like in our generation.
Do you know any Billy Joel?
Do you not know any Billy Joel?
Not really.
Oh my god, my heart.
I would if I heard it.
Like that would impress me just because I'd be like, you like I like a guy that likes all kinds of music, is not a like misogynist. It's like I just like this one country guy. That's it. Whatever. Like I love country music, but I also have a palate for. I was raised with Motown and Billy Joel and oldies and all that stuff. So like, I'm not saying you gotta like know it all. I'm just saying like be appreciative of it. And like if you knew Billy Joel. If you started singing Uptown Girl on a freaking guitar, I would drop dead.
Hey, I used to sing that on We Karaoke. Up. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, but I
Did
don't
it sound
know.
just like that?
That or Justin Bieber song, because I used to love Justin Bieber when I was younger.
It's gonna be one less lonely girl.
Yes, I literally would probably die right on the spot if a guy did that.
Oh, yeah.
Because that would be me reliving my wanting to be the one less lonely girl at every single Justin Bieber concert. But now I don't care,
Oh,
so.
that's kind of sad.
Not sad.
You're like
My
saying-
ex used to do that and like sing that to me, and I used to be like, oh my gosh, like whatever.
Oh gosh. Okay.
That's kind of sad.
All right.
Thanks, Jenna. But yeah, I don't know what would impress you. I feel like the fact that a guy could sing and like sing to me, that
If
would
some
impress
guy
me.
sang me, I'd be so awkward.
Oh, I would be so awkward.
What am
I've
I
been
supposed to
awkward.
do?
And the worst is when you have songs written about you
What
sung
do I do
to
with my
you.
hands?
Yeah, but-
Yeah, you're like Like I just like
throw
stand
my
on
hands
like.
up. Do I like? I don't know.
I usually sit on my hands because then I'm like.
I used
can't
to get
move.
really awkward when people would play on the podcast, and I'm like, what would they do if I did something?
You used to get really awkward, people.
I was like,
Last week.
What would they do if I like went and sat on the floor while you were playing?
And kumbaya'd it. There you go.
Like, I don't know.
Well, no, you know when you get like a really cute guy that you're like in love with, and you have to like talk to them for like an hour, and I'm like,
No, I don't.
bull. And I'm like, oh my gosh,
Have
you're
you-
so close to
Have
me.
you had somebody on the podcast
He's
that
in
you were
love with
with?
everyone.
Whoa, that is not true. Love is a very strong word. I did not use that word.
She's infatuated.
Yeah, infatuation is
Katie,
nice.
you said in love with.
Yes.
You didn't mean it, I don't think, but you said that's what you said.
Yeah, in love with. I don't know. From
So who's
afar.
been on the podcast that you've been in love with?
Not okay, and so
Okay,
your
so-
album.
Alright.
Yes.
So that's cool that you're a firefighter. Don't you like how I just changed that subject real quick? I like can't think now.
Okay, so it has 11 tracks. Are we gonna start from the
11
top?
tracks.
You're gonna play them all.
I can't stop laughing now.
I'm just kidding.
So when is
But-
your first?
When is the first song coming out? Is it all coming out together? How are you releasing it?
It's all coming out.
So it's all coming out. Are you spotlighting certain songs or singles?
So Friday, March 15th, so this coming Friday, I'm dropping it as a complete album, and I've been doing a pre-order for it for like 8 or 10 weeks.
Yep, I grabbed it.
So I've been putting out a preview every week for like the last 6 or 7 weeks, because there was really only 7 new songs to people who've been there since day one, because I've put out an EP before this. So but to answer your question, yes, there are going to be certain songs that we spotlight, and I've got some music videos planned for a couple of the songs, and yeah, I don't fully know exactly what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something. So
Cool. Hey,
Yeah.
as long
We're
as
just
we
gonna
can be
roll with
looking
it.
out for
Roll with it,
something,
yeah.
That's cool.
yeah, we're just
And
gonna roll with it.
Are you gonna be playing a lot around town and stuff? Like, can
Yes.
people find you?
I'm about to start booking a lot. So
Cool. Full band and acoustic.
yes,
Cool.
Would you like to play us a song?
yeah.
You can have whichever you like.
So.
Yeah, what song?
I'm really excited about this song. This is the only song on the album that I didn't write. My friend Erin Enderlin, I don't know if y'all know her.
I think everybody knows her.
She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, when I first came to town, I was a really big fan of her. I saw her at Why Not Wednesday at Whiskey Rhythm, and anyways, I just started going to a couple more of her shows around town and stuff, and we kind of just became friends over the couple years that I've been here. And one night she was actually playing in Kansas City when I happened to be back, so I went to a show, and we were talking after the show, and she asked me, where I'm at with my music stuff, because she had just released a full record, and I was like, well, I've got pretty much a whole album done. I just need one more song. And she's like, well, when I get back in town, I'll send you a bunch of stuff, and if you want one of the songs, just let me know. If not, no hard feelings. And I was like, all right, cool. And I'd never been pitched any songs or anything like that. I wanted to just stick with, everything I'd written myself. So I honestly didn't think I was gonna, take any of the songs that she sent me. But there was this one song in there. It's called "Feeling the Fire Burn Out," and it was one of the first ones I listened to, and it was just really cool. It had a really cool fiddle part to it. I liked the title, obviously, because I'm a fireman, and it was just a really well-written song, very catchy, but also at the same time very country. And I texted her, and I was like, I really like this "Feeling the Fire Burn Out" song. She's like, all right, well, if you want it, you can have it. I was like, are you serious? She's like, yeah, I wrote that with Jamie Teachner and Luke Bryan. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. So sure enough, she let me have it, which is definitely a privilege, because she's had a lot of big cuts with just giant artists. Like, she's got a Reba cut on the new album. So for her to let me have a song like this it's pretty special. So I'll play it real quick for y'all. It's called "Feeling the Fire Burn Out." There ain't a thermostat on the wall you can set. A blanket you can pull up over your head, a door you can close to lock out the cold, a little town you can move to deep in the south. When you're feeling the fire burn out, there ain't a drink of dog whiskey without the rocks, a place in the sun where it gets that hot. Ain't no kind of pill that cuts through the chill, feeling like it's something you can't do nothing about. Feeling the fire burn out. Tell me, baby, is it just the way it goes? Is it you, is it me? Is it too late? Are we too far gone? The only thing, baby, that hurts worse than losing you now is feeling the fire burn out. We used to burn a tank of gas and light up the night like fireworks on the river in the summer sky. Feeling the heat, kisses so sweet, oh, it makes me shiver watching this all go down. Feeling the fire burn out. And tell me, baby, is it just the way it goes? Is it you, is it me? Is it too late? Are we too far gone? The only thing, baby, that hurts worse than losing you now is feeling the fire burn out. And tell me, baby, is it just the way it goes? Is it you, is it me? Is it too late? Are we too far gone? The only thing, baby, that hurts worse than losing you now is feeling the fire burn out. Feeling the fire burn out. That's it.
Damn, that's a good song.
Thank you.
It's a really good song. And your tone sounds great.
Thank you.
Cool. What? Why do you always look at me like you're just waiting for me to say something stupid?
I am.
She loves my commentary.
Most of the time I am waiting for you to say something stupid.
I always say cool and then you laugh.
Yeah, every time it's cool. I don't know where she's going to go after that, so I just wait. Because I know she just doesn't say anything after.
Because I normally wait for
Cool.
you to put an input in, and I'm like...
Cool's just like a burned out.
I
Cool.
say cool because that's my, that's like my like, or
Yeah.
whatever.
You always, cool.
Yeah. I say cool.
Okay, cool.
As in, hey, it's better than saying that's shit.
It wasn't shit.
That's why I said it's cool. Like, it's great.
It's good shit.
Hey, y'all promise you wouldn't make this awkward.
Do you feel uncomfortable?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you
It's
awkward?
hard to embarrass me.
I don't know. You got pretty red cheeks.
Wow, I get embarrassed so easily.
Really?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So do I, though. I feel like we're the same.
But I'm embarrassed. I don't know.
I'll admit I'm embarrassed and
Yeah.
be like, I'm done.
Same.
Like when you... Yeah, okay, never mind.
Is she gonna be mean?
I don't want any fighting on the air.
Is she gonna be mean to me?
No. Nah.
Okay, I have a bonus segment today.
All right, hit me with it.
Oh, gosh. Bonus segment? Wait, do you want to do,
This is inspiring stuff I found on my Instagram.
All right.
From country artists.
from country artists?
Yes. Okay, so I have it written down on a piece of paper.
Oh my gosh. Can you say it in their voices, though? Like if you got Luke Bryan, be like, hey y'all, I'm Luke Bryan.
Okay, well, I have Tyler Hubbard, and I don't know how he talks.
Oh, it's
But
very
he
country.
just he posted me on his Instagram, and he was
Were
thinking...
you gonna try? Wait,
Nope.
let him try.
Nope.
Will you
No. Go ahead.
Well, he just posted a nice thing on his Instagram about he was thanking God for his creativity. It was a nice little prayer thing he posted. So inspiring, Tyler. Thank you. Kip Moore,
Oh, my boy.
your
He's
boy.
a very down-to-earth guy.
He said, yes, he posted a quote.
One of the nicest guys.
You only get one ride. Treat people with that in mind, experience life with that in mind, and work with that in mind. Cheers.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
to
how
the
I
point.
That's how I live by my life.
This isn't inspiring, but I'm super excited. Justin Moore released his track listing for his new album, and I'm so excited for it.
Okay, his old sound is back.
It's back, and I am so excited.
That new single was good.
It was good.
Ugh.
I'm so excited for the whole album. I'm gonna
there was
make Katie do
somebody
an
else.
entire podcast on just it.
I'm down.
Justin's not even coming in probably, but we're just gonna talk about
We're
him
gonna get a
for
cardboard
2 hours.
cut out of him and just sit down and talk about it.
Is that your guy, Jenna?
No, I mean
No,
I'm
her
excited
guy
for him to
is-
come back.
Who's your guy?
I was a big fan of Justin Moore in like college, but I liked his like, if you don't like my twang, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the old stuff. And then I don't know.
But that I feel like that's how a lot of country music was. And
Yeah.
that's what I love. That's what made me fall in love with country music.
I need a lot of small town.
And then
song,
a lot of
like,
it went like the bro country was fine in the beginning, but then it like went super bro country.
Man, yeah.
And then now it's just kind of like poppy country, bro country mixed in together, which is everybody. I mean, everybody does it now.
Yeah.
And now it's all snaps and claps. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Body like a virgin. And then you can go, I wouldn't too. Wait, what's it called?
If
The
she
Dustin Lynch.
was with
With you.
Man.
I'd be jealous too.
I'd be jealous too. They
Um,
all have them.
Yeah, but I'm super excited
which
about
number
Justin
one?
Moore's album.
Me too.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
That Jesus and Jack Daniels the preview was pretty good.
There was somebody that we were listening to that I was really disappointed by.
Dustin Lynch?
Oh yeah, it was Dustin.
I like the old Dustin Lynch, like
Yeah.
Cowboys and Angels, like
Oh
wear
my
your
gosh.
cowboy hat, give me some of that back. And now he's like straight.
I will say too, this is like an unpopular opinion, but I wasn't that blown away by Maren Morris's Girl album.
I wasn't either. My sister texted me and said she
I-
wasn't either.
I Could Use a Love Song, the last album that came out or whatever. I don't even think that was what it's
Hero.
called. Hero, thank you. Hunter knows this. Hero was just such a. I still listen to Hero front to
It's so
finish.
many
Oh my
good
gosh,
ones
it just
there.
totally embodies
It's so incredible, and does it really?
Okay.
He could use a love song, guys.
But yeah, I
Um,
agree.
And then that came out, and everybody was like so excited
It
because
all
she's doing
kinda
the whole
sounds-
girl movement, but everything sounds the
It
same,
all sounds the same.
and nothing is like, it's more singer-songwritery.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, okay, like I do like that one song that's about Ryan. I forgot what it's called.
Shade.
No,
Maybe not. Oh.
no, it was like one of the bigger tracks off the. Whatever, but and
don't know.
Girl wasn't even that. Like even when I heard Girl, it's a great anthem and everything, but it's not as hard hitting as every single song on the last album could have been a single.
True.
Like Sugar, Second Wind, like I can
I
name
love
them
Second
all.
Wind.
That's how I know that they're good. Like
Yeah.
I will say To Hell and Back is good too, which is on the new one.
That's the only one I've heard.
It's the
I
only
listened to
one
it
that I'm
before it
really
came out.
like into for.
Yeah, I wasn't super into it. And on my drive to St. Louis for the concert, it was like Maren Morris took over the highway on Sirius XM this weekend. So I literally heard it all like 5 times.
Oh, great.
So I've already overplayed it.
Oh yeah, because you're not using Spotify anymore, are you? Are you using Spotify still?
So
Oh, she
Jenna,
is.
we're done.
no, Katie, we need to have a conversation about this because our podcast goes on Spotify.
Okay, everything goes on Spotify. Doesn't mean you can support them.
We share all the guest music and try to get them introduced to new listeners through our playlists.
Yeah, but
But now we're gonna have to go to Apple playlists.
if none of the music is paying these artists back, what's the point of it? Like
True.
I'm not making the music, you're not making the music, so it doesn't really affect us. It affects the artist. Like the songwriter is not getting the proper payment that they're supposed to be getting. And they're suing songwriter. Like how does that even work?
I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
Spotify and Amazon Spotify and Amazon are suing songwriters. Like basically they're suing back.
Are they suing ASCAP and BMI?
Yeah, they're like suing NSAI and stuff like that. They're suing back because we originally were arguing about you're not paying us enough. I mean, I say we like I'm a songwriter. I'm not a songwriter. But they were arguing that you're not paying us enough, and then so they clapped back saying, okay, well, 44. I think it's like 44% raise now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you get from there to there? Like, does it make sense? But it's like I think I saw a number somewhere. It was like 0.0014. You get 0.0014 cents per spin.
It's
So
terrible.
you could have 100,000 spins and get like $1. And I was like,
Well, talking about Erin again, I remember she wrote that song "You Don't Know Jack" for Luke Bryan. She said that she used to get uber amounts of money for that, and she said now like she'll get a royalty check and it's like $12, like
Yeah.
you said.
it's like nothing.
Yeah, and no one's buying.
I mean, she's written for Liam Womack too, and
Yeah.
I guarantee you that those songs aren't getting. And it just sucks. Like, If you're going to be hosting other people's work on your platform, you should be paying for it. Just like iTunes does, or whatever. Like, I mean, Taylor Swift did it right when she originally didn't put her Reputation album on Spotify purposely because of this. She was trying to make a point of saying you need to pay them the right thing in order to have music on your platform. So I'm expecting it to go because so many people are just like boycotting it at this point. But then you have the people who aren't in the music industry that don't really care, that they're like, I just like songs and music, that will continue using it, which is fine. But I just feel like this has been a conversation for so long now that it needs
I feel like it would be the equivalent of like, so us artists around town obviously use a bunch of different players in our bands whenever we play out, you know?
Right.
A lot of subs and stuff. I feel like that would be like us getting mad that we have to pay our players. Yeah. And then having some kind of weird filings against them. It's like, no, we wouldn't be anything without those really good players to make us, sound good. So
it's also like if you had a country music festival and you didn't pay any of your people, you just kept the money, or you paid them like, here's $50 for your whole band, like split it.
Right. You get a coupon to have some corn dogs. At the stand.
Like you get free food. Here you go.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Like that just blows my mind. The fact that they think that that's okay. I don't know, and I love Spotify. I love Spotify. Spotify's never. Like, I've never been an Apple Music person until I heard about that.
I know.
And then I was like, that put a bad taste in my mouth. But so that's my opinion on that. Very strong opinion, obviously.
I like it.
Very
okay, that wraps up my segment of inspiring things I saw on social media.
There's inspiring things that I saw.
Because, yes. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that table. I just kicked the table and the whole top almost just came off. Didn't know that moved.
That would have been groundbreaking.
Okay, so we're gonna go right into off our confessions now because we're totally off topic today. Katie's all over the place.
Firefighter stories, 15 of them. I'm off topic.
So we confess.
Throwing me under the bus, asking me what I would want to be saying to me.
We confess something weird or embarrassing, and it's off the record, but it's on the record. It's like off the record confessions. I'll go first.
Good, because I don't even know what to confess. I never know I'm bad. Have you seen my Instagram? Everything is out there. It's not like I have a lot to hide. And if they ask me, I'll tell them. I'm just bad at this. I'm sorry.
Okay, here's my confession for this week. Guys, I think when I was in 5th grade, I peed my pants at a slumber party.
Okay, so we're going there.
I think.
Holy shit.
I don't know if it was me or the other girl who slept by me.
Oh.
Ew.
But I'm pretty.
Okay, breathe. They can't hear you at home. You're laughing too hard.
The girl's brother put all our hands in hot water.
Damn.
What did you go to school? What is with your town?
But that same slumber party, we were playing hide and seek, and the other friend got scared and peed in the closet.
Jenna's literally crying.
That's my confession.
It's funny, but it's not that funny. Okay, well, if we want to be talking, I have a story. I mean, it's not a confession. I feel like I would have told this to anybody.
You're in 5th grade, bitch.
Huh?
So you have this.
Hey, I've got a pee story too after
okay, we're gonna tell pee stories. This is the number 2 sessions or number 1 sessions because pee is number 1. So when I was like 5, my dad was driving. We were driving in his Ford Taurus, going back to our house or whatever. And I remember telling my dad, "Hey, I need to pee."
He said no.
And my dad telling me, "You need to hold it." And I said, "No, I need to pee." And he was like, "We're 3 minutes from the house. You need to hold it." And I said, "I can't hold it. I need to pee." And then he literally did not listen to me. So I peed all over the back seat of his car. And he made a turn and the pee went everywhere.
Shoot.
And then we get home and he's super mad at me. My mom comes out.
Was he pissed?
He was. He was pissed, and my mom comes out. My mom comes out. It's really funny. My mom. I appreciate a good pun. My mom comes out and she goes, "What's wrong?" And my dad's like, "She peed in the car." And she goes, "Well, did she tell you she had to pee?" And he goes, "Yeah." My mom goes, "Well, she freaking told you she had to pee. That's your fault." And that's all I got off the hook because I told him I had to pee. He just didn't stop. And then from now on, every single time we go on road trips, my mom's like, whenever she says she has to pee, let her pee. Man. And I was like, I can control myself now. I'm a 23-year-old woman. I think I got it down fact now, but I was 5. So there's a pee story.
Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
Hunter, your turn.
Hunter, tell us your pee.
All right.
Spill the pee.
You're in for a treat. All right. Anyway.
I said spill the pee like spill the tea. That was funny, bitch.
So,
No.
whenever I don't know if I was in high school or college, but I went through different stages with like partying and stuff where like I went through this is gonna get a little bit TMI, but I went through like the whole throw up stage. Like
Yep.
I don't do that anymore. Well, there was this one time, I guess it didn't really happen more than once, but I slept in my friend's room, and I guess in the middle of the night I just got up and I peed right in the middle of his floor. Like that's how drunk I was.
How old were you?
I don't know, probably 19.
I think there's
20.
guys who still do that like through their 30s.
Yeah.
I've
So,
actually had a guy over my house.
It was
do that.
it was one of those weird things where you don't remember it at all initially, and then like later on in the day, 3 o'clock, you're driving and it's like just little
you're
bits
like,
and pieces start coming to you.
You're like, I peed on the floor.
So initially when I woke up, my friend came in there. He's like, dude, why's the carpet wet right here? I was like, I don't know, man. I guess maybe I threw up and wiped it up. And he's like, so he gets down there and he starts smelling the carpet because he's like, no, it doesn't smell like you threw up. Like it doesn't smell like anything. I was like, I have no idea, man. So then later on, it was 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I think I was headed to mow a yard or something, and it just all started coming to me. I just remembered all of a sudden that like I just straight up peed on his floor, and I called him and I was like, dude, I want you to brace yourself for this news. He's like, what? I was like, it just came to me. I remembered I straight up peed in your floor last night, and that's what you were down there trying to figure out what it was, and I'm so sorry.
Your face was
but
right by it. Ew.
yeah, I'm lucky that that guy is a good friend of mine. Still one of my
So
best
why
friends.
is he
He's actually coming to town this week
Oh.
for
I
St.
hope he
Patrick's
pees on
Day.
your floor.
Hey,
I can't be mad at him, but then again,
if
I've
you
got
go
hardwood
out-
floor. I've got
if
hardwood
you go
floor.
out with us and we get really drunk, don't be peeing on anybody's floor, okay?
I haven't done that in
We need to potty
years.
train you.
All right.
House
Going
train
out?
you.
Are we all going out?
I mean,
I'm down.
I think we established we're going out. You're more than welcome. We invite you. You told me, oh no, I'm not drinking until bachelorette, whatever.
I'll drink.
I kept saying Kathy wasn't drinking until my birthday, which is at the end of the month, but I gave that up last weekend, so whatever.
Just don't order like 10 lemon drops.
No 10 lemon drops. don't-
I do tequila.
We don't do vodka water.
Tequila, lemon drops, green tea shots. Good shit.
Those
Whiskey
green tea
sours.
things are actually really good.
They're really
Those are
good,
underrated.
and that's what's bad. Oh, Rumple Mints. Me and Matt Austin do Rumple Mints a lot.
I know, Matt.
A lot. Way too much. It's bad. We finished off a bottle one time, and I literally thought I was gonna die. Like, cause it's like the alcohol percentage is like crazy.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So Sunday, let's go, guys. Let's go, girls.
Okay, I have a really cute shirt. I have to cut it. I bought it at the Goodwill.
R.I.P. Where I
I
used
think
to
I'm gonna
work.
make a pair of jorts. So I'm gonna wear them.
Do them.
Okay.
Do it.
Do 'em.
Do them.
Do 'em.
Do them. Do them. Do it.
All right.
Okay.
I got a question. I got a regular question for you.
All
There
right.
you go.
All right. So, as you probably know, maybe you don't. Those whitewashed Wranglers, the crotch rips after like 2-3 years.
Well, I've only had mine since December.
Okay. Well,
She's new to
2 or 3 years from now, they're
I'm
gonna
new,
rip.
so like, okay.
She hasn't
Especially
been wrangled yet.
if you do athletic stuff in them, like try to like play some kind of
Well, you
game
see,
or something.
they're really comfortable, so I feel like I move.
Oh my gosh.
I can move so well
Wait,
in
have
them.
you had yours rip on stage?
not on stage, but I had them rip one time. Have you ever played speedball? Some people call it smash can, where you set the beers on each corner of the table and you throw the ping pong ball at it really hard. And you try to rebound it, chase it around, and put it back on the table.
No, but
Well, then if you don't know, then it's not. But I was playing that game and I ripped my jeans really bad. But anyway, so I've got a small rip in my whitewash Wranglers, one pair of them. Obviously, it's not acceptable to wear them like they are. But if you make them into jorts, is a little rip acceptable if they're jorts?
Maybe you can use the extra jean to patch it.
how big's the rip?
Yeah, how big's
Like-
the rip?
I'd say 1.5 inches long. That ain't big.
We both just looked at our hands and went. Why don't you just use the?
Because I don't want to use a really good pair of jeans and make them into jean
No,
shorts.
you're cutting them for jorts anyway. Patch it.
Yeah,
Take
I have.
the bottom part that you're cutting off for jorts anyway, and
Do you have a sewing machine I can borrow?
no, you can get it.
I have an iron-on patch you can have.
You just iron on a patch. Like, wait, what patch?
It's from
Can you please get a
Texas.
Hunter Mounce one and just arrow it? The arrow.
Oh my god.
I have this idea that I want to.
Is it the Texas like state?
So I have a few. So when I was in Austin, I have this idea. I wear the, I have like these crop top hoodies from Urban Outfitters. They're just plain. I have like a tan one and a black one. They're simple. Wear it all the time. Well, they're so plain. I was like, I'm going to get some cute patches and put patches on them. So just like, my sister rolled her eyes and she's
So
like,
which ones do you have for Hunter? So he can put it near his junk. Do you have like a big Texas one? Because then he can.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
That would be
There you
hilarious.
go.
That'd be
And then you
hilarious.
can go around all night saying that, especially when you're drunk. It's best. It's the best pickup line. You could just be like, "Hey, do you know everything's bigger in Texas?" And then you just open your legs a little bit, and then the girl sees it, and then you're like, "I can show you later."
Katie.
Bam!
Would you accept that pickup line, Katie?
Hell yes, because that's clever as shit. The fact that a guy goes through that would be cute. I'd be like, "Yo, I'm down."
That'd be cute.
Yeah.
I really love Texas, and I think I'd run away.
Very different women. I'd be like, "You put thought into that. Pound it. Love it. Okay."
Pound it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was coming.
dying.
Hunter, will you play us one more song?
Yes.
It's really hot in here.
Sweat.
All right. So
Let the fire burn out.
let's scoot this back just a hair. So,
Oh, I was crying.
all right. So this is a song that I wrote with my buddy Steven Metz. It's called "Fish I Can't Catch," and honestly, just brought the idea to the table. Our very first time writing. I just gone to Gold's Gym in Bellevue, and there's a lot of pretty girls working out there, and I was just like, man, there's nothing I could ever say to any of these girls that would, just they're out of my league a little bit. So that's a fish I can't catch. I don't know why that line, like,
Are you a fisherman?
yeah, I love fishing. Yeah.
Well, we should take Katie fishing sometime.
I
'cause
love fishing.
My grandpa gives me fishing
Okay.
poles. I have like 4 fishing poles in my house.
I told you. Have you ever been deep sea?
No.
I need to take you to
we-
Miami and do deep sea
I've
fishing.
never been deep sea fishing.
That's the best. My uncle taught me.
I usually just go to the dam and with my chicken liver and my glow sticks, I go night fishing.
Catfish all day.
But I get
All
scared.
night.
I do.
You and me going fishing in the dark?
Gar sang that last night.
You and me going fishing
I got down.
in the dark. I
Okay.
would too. Okay.
But yeah, it's called "Fish I Can't Catch." I've been caught up on her since she walked in my class. On the first day of high school, I first heard her laugh. Since then I've been hooked, but she ain't been biting. Well, that never stopped me from trying. I've tried flipping, I've tried jigging, I've tried throwing a line. Hell, I've gone far snagging, but get hung time to time. Sometimes I think the only way is a dynamite blast. I've been racing, been chasing down a fish I can't catch. Been chasing, been racing toward a fish I can't catch. Well, my heart's beating fast, but the water's moving slow. Best friends 2 years later in a flat bottom boat. So how does a man score more than a trout? Well, buddy, if you know, then please help me out. I've tried flipping, I've tried jigging, I've tried throwing a line. Hell, I've gone far snagging, but get hung time to time. Sometimes I think the only way is a dynamite blast. I've been racing, been chasing down a fish I can't catch, yeah. Will you be mine? Slipped out as I reeled in a bass. She smiled and said, honey, and all you had to do was ask. And hell, all this time I've been flipping, I've been jigging, I've been throwing her lines. Hell, I've gone far snagging, but get hung every damn time. I guess the story of a boy and a girl with a past, well, it wouldn't be complete if you didn't make the catch.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's really
Appreciate
clever. It's cleverly written, right?
Yes.
I don't know why I haven't been able to speak like at all today. All day today, I just haven't been able to say words right.
It's fine.
Words are hard.
Words are
difficult. I think I'm really tired. That's why. But really, really well written.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
What's your favorite track off the album? Like right now.
Probably a song called Trailer Park 11, just because I've always wanted to have a song that was just so ridiculous and so white trash and rockin' that I finally was able to do that with a song called Trailer Park 11. Talks about living in a school bus, eating possum.
Is that from actual experience?
Okay, so it's funny.
It's funny.
I took a bunch of real life things that have happened, either that I've just heard about or that have actually happened in my family, and I mean everything has come together in this one song. There's one in the bridge of the song. It's kind of like a rock breakdown. It talks about throwing a 6-point buck on a table and then cutting it up with a chainsaw, and you can't really make that up, something like that. So the reason I was able to write that is my Uncle Rick actually did that one year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I just took all the most ridiculous things I've ever heard or seen from my family or the town that they're from, and I put them in one song.
Cool. So would you consider yourself like the male Casey Musgraves, like from same trailer, different park era?
You mean just that song, or like me as an artist?
Just like this album that's coming out. Like, how would you kind of, like, for people, like, if I didn't know anything about you,
how would you describe
your new music that's coming out and you as an artist?
I would say it's like Nashville's take on a Red Dirt album.
Okay.
What other artists would I listen to, like, that I would enjoy if I was listening? You know, like
similar that you would be similar
yeah,
to.
like if you're listening to me, like who'd be the artist that pop up below me? Like also listen to.
Yep. Or who do you hope they are? Like, who do you hope your fans are also listening to?
I hope Cody Johnson. Man, I listen to a lot of smaller people right now. Early Justin Moore. Tracy Lawrence.
All right.
Oh wow. Tracy Lawrence would be a good one.
But honestly, the album's kind of all over the place. Like, I feel like there's something for everybody.
What do you think my favorite song is gonna be?
Mine's gonna be the trailer one.
I really like sad songs,
know.
and I'm a big Cody Johnson fan.
Really?
Yeah.
For real.
She is. I was surprised that she didn't bring up Cody Johnson until you did.
We talk about it every week.
Every podcast we do.
I'd say whenever I feel like the Feeling the Fire Burn Out is gonna, I don't know, you never know, but I feel like it's gonna be the most popular song.
Yeah,
it's
it was
just
a great song.
Got any heartbreakers on there?
Just so well written. I do have one song that I wrote by myself. It's called "She's Still Your Girl," and it's basically about. I was talking to this girl. I met her at the airport. One time, whenever I had gone back to Kansas City because my nephew had just been born. Anyway, I saw her. Obviously, she was on my plane, so I knew she was from around where I was from, and she also lived in Nashville, maybe. So, really like this girl. And about a month and a half into us talking, I thought we were gonna date, but about a month and a half in, she's like, I really can't do this. I had a boyfriend about a year ago who really serious. I've been dating for 4 years. I had all these plans to get married and all this stuff, and he died like in a car accident. So I came up with the idea of like, she's still your girl, talking to him about her. So it's kind of one of those.
Ooh.
It's
like Brantley Gilbert saving Amy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's got that angle. It's got that kind of angle on it. So, that's really the only really sad, depressing type song I've got on the record. Everything else is, like I said, it's just kind of I feel like it's cohesive as an album, but at the same time it's got a lot of variety on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I don't know. I'm excited for y'all to be able to check it out.
And what would your dream tour be if you can pick 2 other people to go on tour with you?
Definitely Eric Church.
Jenna and Katie.
No. I wouldn't go on. I'd go on the tour. I just wouldn't sing on the tour.
I'd say Eric Church and Cody Johnson.
There you go.
All right.
That'd be a killer.
Be so
Cody
fun.
Johnson and Justin Moore were just out together, and I wish I could have gone to one
Oh my
of those
gosh!
shows.
What about the
Get one of my friends
dates this summer that Cody Johnson and Luke Combs are going to be together?
Ooh.
That's going to be epic.
Do y'all want to go see him at the Ryman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's just tons of those
I
left.
want to see Luke at the
It's been sold out.
Oh yeah, it's sold out. He sold out every arena in like 15 minutes on his tour.
I can get us in. I got connects.
Oh, okay.
I seriously can.
Okay.
Me and you can get in.
Oh!
That's cool.
Hunter, do you want to come? You're more
I would.
welcome to go.
I would love to come, but you don't.
We can
feel like you gotta
wear
invite me.
No.
we can
I'm
wear
inviting you, it's okay.
Wranglers.
I don't have Wranglers. You can get me Wranglers for my birthday. That's coming up at the end of the month.
Did you know it was her birthday at the end
I
of the month?
did, but that's pressure. She's telling me to get her a gift now.
No, I'm joking. I'm not
That's
one of
pretty
those
high
people.
expectations.
No, I seriously don't give me a gift. I'm like the worst.
She
'cause
likes cheesecake.
What day? When's your
I didn't
birthday?
even know that.
Katie, I take notes on you all the time.
Do you just sit there and you're just like, we went on a trip to freaking Chattanooga and this chick's taking like in a notepad, like writing down things about me. I'm like, you're better than every boyfriend I've ever had.
It
Like
was
you're so attentive
Katie likes
to
these things. She doesn't like these things.
Oh my gosh. I like certain, like, I don't know. I have very strong polarized, like I hate steak. I hate bacon.
Oh.
Well,
Hunter just
alright.
died.
All right, I'll try to go at this
Only
one
because-
but you're wrong.
Only because when I told you, when I was younger, my brother used to tell me that they're disgusting. So, like, psychologically, I've always thought they're disgusting. And then when I got older and old enough to actually eat them, I was just like, okay, it's not that I hate it. I can eat it, but I'm just like, I wouldn't go for it.
Well, my brother always told me guacamole is disgusting, so I didn't ever try it.
because he wanted to eat the rat at all.
Yeah.
Well, no,
exactly.
like he wouldn't eat it either.
Oh, no,
and
my
it had
brother
a really,
would eat
it had a
it.
really weird color too, so I'm like, ooh,
I
that
didn't like
stuff's gross.
avocados until like high
I was
school.
just a stupid child, and obviously I didn't think about, oh, if it's disgusting, why are you eating it? I just thought, oh, it's disgusting, I'm not going to eat it. I have
Well,
2 older brothers.
I didn't try guacamole till I was like 17 or 18,
Oh,
and
neither
it's the
did I.
best thing ever.
It's so good. I'm
Oh
a
my
big
didn't
fan of
either.
cottage cheese.
I eat avocados every morning.
Cottage cheese is good.
Oh, because that's usually an
You're a cottage
unpopular
cheese?
opinion. I love cottage cheese.
cheese is good.
I eat so much like cottage cheese.
But hey,
It has a lot of protein.
it's got to be a certain brand though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very
It's
particular
gotta
about
be
my
small
cottage
curd.
cheese.
I can't have a large.
That's what she said.
For me in this region, it's got to be Purity cottage cheese.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I like.
Yep.
If it's like Kroger, like I'm not picky with any kind of food. I buy off-brand stuff all the time. I shop at Aldi. Like that's where I shop. But
Hey, Aldi's stepping up their game, I heard.
oh my gosh, I've been shopping there forever, but it's top notch now. But
Oh my gosh. Okay. Side topic later.
Just add it in now. Why not?
hey, we're talking about cottage cheese. You can't do this
Yeah,
right now.
you-
No, okay, so you said Aldi.
We're
I
in serious
sold-
cottage cheese mode.
I moved and I sold like a cube thing that doesn't carry. My sister told me it doesn't match the wood in our house, so we can't have it because it's not what we're going for. But so I sold it on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy, he is building a studio over here by Aldi. He was hot. A hot man bought my cube.
You should have called Hunter. He's a firefighter. You could have put him out.
But I don't count.
Dun cha. Thank you. I'll be here with dad jokes all day.
Love dad jokes.
But yeah, because like
All Jenna ever wants to talk about is how hot people are.
No, I think I thought I was gonna get murdered. I sold so much stuff on Marketplace, and my sister got so annoyed with me.
What's his name? He's opening a studio? Maybe I know him.
I stalked him.
Of course you did.
It took me like 4 days to find him. I'm not a good stalker.
If you would have just given me info, I could have found him in like 2 hours.
It's fine. I hope the cube worked
Yeah,
out for him.
all Katie needs is his IP address.
This is true. Not
Okay.
even that. I just need like a general, okay, what are 2 people that he definitely knows, and I can probably find him.
Okay, Hunter, where can everyone find you and follow you?
So that we
Alright.
don't have to stalk you.
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Tinder?
I was on Tinder. I've been on Tinder since college, but about 3 or 4 months ago, I did delete it.
Okay.
Did you find a girl?
Oh.
I've been on a couple dates here recently.
Do I know her?
Does
she wear Wranglers?
No.
She were.
And I'm not gonna talk it up because I don't.
No, you never know
I
what's
mean,
gonna happen.
you never know. Yeah,
Yeah.
you never know.
That's like the guy I'm talking to. Like, we've gone on a couple things, but it's like.
Honestly, I've been single for 7 years, so I never go into anything expecting that it's gonna pan
Sorry,
out.
cripple arm. But did you see how sad that high five was? That's how I feel too. I've been single now for like fully single for like 4 years now. 4 years? Yeah, since I moved here. Since before I lived in Atlanta.
Not to be negative, but I just don't ever expect it to pan out.
Especially in Nashville. Nashville is not a dating town.
Okay, so where can people follow you?
Facebook.
Not on Tinder, obviously.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Is there anything else that you can?
Farmers only.
No.
Oh damn. Okay.
Cool. You can follow me on Instagram at @jheideman. You can follow Katie at Katie Kaup. And you can follow Inside the Noize at Inside the Noize with a Z.
Hey Jenna, what water are you drinking lately?
So because I've been going out and trying to be more social, I've been drinking a lot and I get dehydrated. But if I have my Defiance Fuel before I go to bed and in the morning, I do not feel hungover and I stay super hydrated with Defiance Fuel.
What is different about Defiance Fuel compared to regular water?
So it doesn't water bloat me.
Well, you get waterlogged?
Yes.
And it's like pH balanced and filtered.
Oh, yeah.
She gets
Don't want to get
waterlogged.
acidic. So that'd be.
Yeah. So drink Defiance Fuel. Hunter, if you want to try it, you can share with all your firefighter friends because you guys need to stay hydrated. You can use code Noize at checkout.
Noize with
Really?
a Z.
Yes, 20% off.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Also.
You have an app.
What? Also.
Here's his own code.
No.
It's like, actually, guys,
I didn't know.
25% off.
He's like, let me one up that. He just pulls it out.
No, I was just gonna tell everybody that where to find my music.
Yeah,
because
well,
we talked
hold
about
on.
followers.
Here, we're
Or
just
people. Where
we're
you
rolling
follow
with
me.
this
And
right
it's
now.
Hunter Mounce, and you spell your last name Mounce. Correct?
Yes, it's
Also-
actually my artist name is Hunter Thomas Mounce.
Okay, cool. And also, anyone who listens to this podcast and emails Katie and I, Jenna at artistnoise.com, we'll send them a free pre-order of your album.
There
Like,
you
we'll
go.
buy them off iTunes and gift them it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is the sweetest thing.
So if you tell people to listen to the podcast to the end,
I mean, not that we would know. They just have to save it and send you a screenshot or send us one of the two.
we'll
And then-
pre-order the album and gift it to them on iTunes.
Full album.
That's amazing.
We're gonna boost you up the charts.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Okay, where can we
that's
find your
sweet.
music though?
So it's literally anywhere music sold. iTunes. Yes, it is on Spotify. We already had that conversation earlier,
That's
but
fine.
I put it on there months ago.
Mhm.
Apple Music, Google Play, Napster, all that
LimeWire.
stuff. LimeWire.
All right.
Make sure you click on the right one though, because if you click on the
You're gonna get a
wrong,
virus.
yeah, you're gonna get a virus.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Hunter, for hanging out with us. Jenna is gonna go laugh in the corner now, and we will talk to you guys on Thursday.
See ya.
Bye, guys.